Hi there, my name is Sol and I'm part of the team here at My Work Software. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to keep your inventory in sync between WooCommerce and QuickBooks. Now, if you're a WooCommerce store owner who also uses QuickBooks, you're probably aware of how difficult it can be to keep all of your inventory in sync manually. Luckily, we have a solution that keeps it all in sync for you automatically, so that anytime that a customer places an order on your site, you're able to sync that order over to QuickBooks and have that inventory automatically deducted. This also means that if you adjust your inventory within WooCommerce, that change would sync over to QuickBooks, or if you adjust that inventory in QuickBooks, that change would sync over into WooCommerce. So let me show you how we do this. In order to integrate your WooCommerce store with QuickBooks, you'll use our MyWorks WooCommerce Sync. Now, this is a plugin that's uploaded to your website and allows you to connect your store directly to QuickBooks. So let me show you how we begin the integration. There are just a few steps required to set up, and there are just a few simple steps required to set up, and they'll take about 20 minutes or less. So let's get started. I'll just show you first. The first step is to connect to QuickBooks. Now, once you install the plugin on your website, you're going to see the MyWorks Sync here on your sidebar. One of the tabs is the Connection tab, and this is where you connect to QuickBooks. So if you use QuickBooks Online, you'll just click a button to connect your QuickBooks Online account, or if you use QuickBooks Desktop, you would download the connection file and add it to your QuickBooks Web Connector. Once you have connected, the next step is to map your products. On your product mapping page, you're going to see your WooCommerce products on the left and then a drop-down to select the corresponding QuickBooks product on the right. Now, you can match apples to oranges, anything to anything here if you'd like, but to save you time, you can just automatically map those products, and you can map them by name or by SKU number. This is just a one-time process, and it's only done to match up your existing WooCommerce and existing QuickBooks products. Moving forward, any new products created in WooCommerce would sync straight over into QuickBooks. If you don't have any products in QuickBooks, you'd be able to skip this step and move over to pushing those products. Pushing those products creates them in QuickBooks and automatically matches them as well. On this page, we're able to control our syncing from WooCommerce to QuickBooks and from QuickBooks to WooCommerce. Now, what you're going to see is that we have an on or off switch for each data type. So you can turn syncing on or off for anything that you'd like. Because we're talking about inventory today, I'm just going to highlight our inventory tab here. We're going to turn this on, and this allows us to sync inventory from WooCommerce to QuickBooks. Now, if we also want to sync inventory from QuickBooks into WooCommerce, we would turn the switch on here. This means that anytime that we adjusted inventory within QuickBooks, that inventory change would sync right over into WooCommerce and adjust the WooCommerce inventory number. So now that we have these set, we'll click Save. And then next, we'll just do a one-time inventory push or pull to get those numbers in sync. Now, you're going to push your inventory levels from WooCommerce to QuickBooks if your inventory levels are managed in WooCommerce. But if you're managing those inventory levels in QuickBooks, you would do a pull. So just for an example here, we'll start with a push. On this inventory push page, you'll see a list of all of your WooCommerce products, their stock, and the QuickBooks stock. So you're able to easily see at a glance whether or not your products are in sync. And you can also tell by looking at the sync status indicator. Now, if your products are not in sync, what you can do is just select the checkbox next to them, and then you would push the selected inventory. Now, we're doing a push here because we're assuming that the WooCommerce stock is the one that's correct. So we're pushing those numbers over into QuickBooks. However, if the correct levels were in QuickBooks, you would go over here to this pull page and do the same exact thing, but pull those inventory levels from QuickBooks into WooCommerce. Now, this is a one-time process. You just have to do a one-time push or pull to get all of your inventory levels in sync, and then moving forward, anytime that you sell a product or that you adjust inventory levels on either side, those changes will sync over to the other side. And that allows you to completely keep all of your WooCommerce and QuickBooks inventory levels completely in sync. So it's quite simple and it's easy to set up. It usually takes less than 20 minutes to set up the integration, and then you're set. Feel free to comment or email us if you have any questions. All of our contact information is below. Thanks. Goodbye.